Good morning, friends. It's Grania Tyndall here from Numbers for Success. And as promised, this is your November 2020 numerology forecast. And what an interesting month we've had here in October. Today is the 29th of October. And as I would have discussed in my forecast at the beginning of the month, we are currently in the energy of a 5 energy, which is all about change, which is all about breakthrough, which can be about warlike situations, but it's about freedom and freedom of speech. And certainly here in Ireland, we've been having real testing in terms of, firstly, we're in a number 5 level lockdown, which is really, can be quite challenging for a lot of people. And also it's the 5G has been rolled out, which is also another controversial subject. But the 5 is all about freedom and change. So that's what this month has been about. And now we're heading into the 31st of October, which is Halloween, or here in Ireland we call it Samhain, which will actually be the 1st of November, which is the Celtic New Year. So that's when we commemorate and celebrate the lives of those who have gone before us, our ancestors, of which we are made up of. Thousands of people have made up who you are, sitting wherever you are in the world. And so for the month of November, well, as I said in my other videos that I've just done, hold on to your britches, because we are in for some journey. We're currently, as we say, in the, we're passing through the birth canal. We're nearly near the end of our labour pains. We're coming into a little bit of another push. And then I believe November / up to the middle of December, the 21st of December is the real cutoff time of extraordinary time of change. So, I would have said it in my other videos about, I need to say it again though, about the value and the importance of 2020 and the number 2. So if all of you fine folk born since the year 2000 up to present day are all born with the cornerstone number of the 2, because the first date of your year of birth would be 2. For all of us people born before you and the other centuries, right up to the very beginning of the millennial of January 1000 up to December 1999, all have the cornerstone of the number 1. So the 1 is the masculine, the 2 is the divine feminine, and obviously those numbers would have interplayed throughout the centuries to make up the new millennium and so forth. So ultimately, you all born since the year 2000 have come in to bring in the peacemakers, to bring in cooperation and balance, to bring in 2 points of view. Now, it's not to say all of us born since the year before that, centuries before that, hadn't got that. Of course we did. But the point is that you guys have to pick up the mantle. You guys are the ones who are now responsible for the future, as in the future governments, future, all the various things. Not to say that we haven't got a part to play. Of course we have. Every person on the planet at this moment, whether you're old, young, rich, poor, whatever, you have a part to play. And as we head into November, the number 11 is November, which is the month, the calendar month. And 11 is about illumination. It's about inspiration. It's about spiritual awareness. It's about, I believe, the light, wisdom, knowledge being accumulated and acknowledged. And so also the number of November is also to do with the number 6, which for me, if you think of the number 6, it always reminds me of a pregnant woman, a woman who's about to give birth. And that's what we're going through. So I believe the birth will really start to take place in November of this new world that we're currently going through. And, so the 6 is about self-love, self-care, self-awareness, self-forgiveness. It's about family. It's about community. Certainly here in Ireland in November, all of us will be together with our families because we're all in lockdown, and that'll continue till December. So wherever you are in the world, it's about bringing people together. Even though it might be virtual like we have to do here, you're still being part of a tribe, a community. I cannot express that enough. You need to gather your supports around you at this time, because we're coming into the final push, the push of the new birth. And it's also, the 6 is also to do with responsibility, or the ability to respond to situations. And I've been seeing it a lot in my own life, but also with clients, that this time can bring up such fear, such terror in people. So how you respond or how you react will have a response. So just to be mindful of that, because there will be some change. There's going to be some shocks. There are going to be some revelations. It is the time of the great reveal. And the 11 is about that. It's about the highlighting, the spiritual awareness, the actual catapulting of us into the next experience. And so whilst it hasn't been easy, folks, let's be honest, it hasn't, we are going to be historically recognized and remembered. So why not make the change now? I watched a program about a man here called Terence McSweeney. He was the Lord Mayor of Cork in Ireland in the 100 years ago, actually. And he died of hunger strike. 74 days he was on hunger strike and he died. And it was just about the women that were around him, his wife Muriel and his sisters, and just that whole story. It was fascinating to observe that it's 100 years ago, and yet they had cameras, they had it all, you know, it was all videoed. You could see everything that was going on. And I was just thinking that 100 years ago from now, 100 years from now, what will people be saying? What will people say? My God, that was the big awakening. That was the time when utopia came. Now, I'm not talking airy-fairy. I'm very, very grounded. Like, I believe, I obviously see things and hear things. However, I'm still very earthed and I'm still human. So just be mindful of that. You currently, wherever you are in the world, are currently in the most important time of your experience. And so take responsibility for your experience and be the love. Shine your light, be kind, be generous to yourself, mind yourself, and really recognize that you are coming out of the birth canal into a brand new experience. So if you need me, folks, for a personal session, you know where to find me, numbersforsuccess.com, and much love and blessings, and mind yourself and self-care. Okay, God bless.